Welcome to Dick Emanuel Gym here inside Appleton West High School for tonight's Fox Valley Association girls matchup between the visiting Appleton East Patriots and the host Appleton West Terrors. Good Friday evening, everyone. It's close to Christmas time, and it's time for some hoops, our first live stream of the season involving girls basketball. I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of USA Today Network Wisconsin, hanging out as always with Brett Christopherson, also of USA Today Network Wisconsin, and bringing you those high-definition shots. We have two guys. We got Jim Rosendick, who's manning the boards and bringing you all the shots and all that kind of stuff, switching and all that kind of stuff he does. And then bringing you from midcourt, Jordan Jacobson. So we are, a four-man crew tonight, Brett?
What? What did you say?
Yeah, exactly. As we have the Appleton West band playing behind us.
Hey, we'll get through it, but it's good to showcase some of the top girls' talent in our coverage area. Appleton West, obviously, with Taylor Lauterbach, and Appleton East, kind of an all-star lineup led by Emily LaChapelle. I know she's got a number of scholarship offers. We'll talk about all that stuff here in a little bit, but very excited for this one. Hard to believe we're talking about it off air. Last prep live stream of the decade for us, right? We're going to shut her down and then come back in 2020, so pre-holiday stream, but it's been a heck of a 10-year run plus for our Varsity Game of the Week content.
Speaking of decades, Brett, it is 70s throwback week.
Yes.
Celebrating the 70s. Can you get the camera down there as we see the Appleton West coaching staff? They're very bright and very loud in the disco era kind of. Look at Coach Brown, Jim Brown. He's very shiny, Brett.
Yeah, I said there's a sign right across from us that says celebrating the 70s, celebrating the past and inspiring the future of Appleton West girls athletics. So
I think this is great.
Yeah, it's fun to see the specialized T-shirts that the Appleton West girls are wearing across from us, and you can see some of the administrators and even the students are all decked out in bell bottoms and flower power and all that good stuff. So it should be a fun night here, and looking forward to it.
I gotta tell you,
very warm.
Yeah, I was expecting Jim Brown to be in his John Travolta Saturday Night Fever polyester suit. But he's very shiny in the disco Studio 54 kind of shirt. Brett?
And before we get started, a big thank you to Jim McClowry, the athletic director here, Debbie Andrews, his assistant, and some of the other folks that I've worked with here tonight, and also the IT staff, the district IT staff, Brian Durkee and his guy Alex, for making sure that we're good to go here tonight. I love coming to Dick Emanuel Gym. This is a nice old type feel. We're in the balcony behind one of the baskets, and it's just kind of got, it's not that normal multi-purpose type facility. This is
strictly hoops.
This is basketball. I love it.
And one more point I want to make about the 70s celebration, Brett. The Appleton West girls will be in 70s inspired uniforms as well. So just a heads up to anybody watching. You're wondering, whoa, that doesn't look like the normal Appleton West outfits. Well, they got the 70s uniforms on, so
I like it.
It'll be really fun, Brett.
Some throwbacks. So I tell you what, let's do some game notes, Ricardo.
Yeah, go ahead, Brett.
And let me start it off. First of all, Appleton West 4-2 overall, 3-2 in the FAA. The Terrors, they're coming off a real tough one, 72-29 loss to Hortonville on Tuesday in an FAA matchup right here at Appleton West. The Polar Bears built a 39-7 halftime lead and cruise from there. Hortonville senior and University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee recruit Macy McGlone. She scored her 1,000th career point, Ricardo, in that win. Morgan Draheim led Hortonville with 22 points. Overall, the Polar Bears, as we know, ranked second right now in the division, second in Division II in this week's SwissSports.net State Coaches Poll. Shot 49%, 8 of 19 from three-point range. They also tallied 15 steals against the turnovers. Unfortunately for the Terrors, no game stats were reported. But Appleton West opened the season with 3 straight victories, but has dropped 2 of its last 3 games. As for individual stats for Appleton West, we can tell you that Kansas State recruit Taylor Lauterbach entered Tuesday's game averaging nearly 16 points and 11.4 rebounds per game. Again, according to WisSports.net, she was shooting 59% overall. Christy Fortune, a McKendree University recruit, she was next at 11 points and 2.8 assists per game. Carly Hinkins was second in rebounding at 6.5 per game. And up next for Appleton West, they're home against Neenah on December 28th. That's an FBA matchup. Tip-off is scheduled for 4 p.m.
Hey, Tick, are you done?
Appleton East, yeah, your turn.
Yeah, I was going to say Appleton East. Again, these notes put together by Brett Christopherson. So thank you, Brett. Patriots are ranked 5th in Division I in this week's WisSports.net State's Coaches Poll. coming off a 76-52 win over FAA rival Neenah on Tuesday at Neenah. East comes into the game riding a 4-game win streak. 5 players scored in double figures for Appleton East against Neenah. Lily Hansford led the way with a game-high 16. She also hit 4 of the Patriots' 12 three-pointers. Logan Lowry was next with 13. That included a 9 of 10 shooting night from the free throw line. Emily LaChapelle, you hear her name a lot tonight. She finished with 12 points and 13 rebounds and 6 assists. Delaney Clark, Josie Neubauer chipped in with 11 and 10 points respectively. And here's a big key. Appleton East grabbed 35 rebounds in the win, and they tallied 12 steals and 7 blocks. Brett, those are 3 areas that are so key in a lot of games that people sometimes, okay, well, rebound. Don't ever forget about steals and blocks. That's like basically negating a possession. So very important categories there for Appleton East. LaChapelle and Hansford paced the Patriots in scoring at 15.6 points and 15.2 respectively. Clark is next at 9.4, followed by Lowry at 8 points. Hansford is the team's leading three-point shooter with 31 makes. She's shooting 42% from distance. Clark has hit 21 threes and is shooting 43% from beyond the arc. And LaChapelle leads the way in rebounding at 8.7 per game. Hansford next at 6.9. And Lowry is 5.4 in terms of rebounds. As for assists, LaChapelle again tops in that category at 5.3. And overall, Appleton East is averaging 67.6 points a game, and they're allowing 45.6. They're shooting 44% as a team and limiting opponent spreads. This is very important to only 31% shooting.
Not too bad, huh?
No, home against Fond du Lac is their next game on January 3rd. That's my birthday. And a Fox Valley Association matchup tip-off scheduled for 7:15 p.m.
Yeah, East 8-1 overall, 4-1 in the FVA. This is a kind of an odd time of year, right? A lot of teams now will, as we see with Appleton East, Ricardo, shut it down now for a couple weeks. But then Appleton West, as I said, December 28th. So they do have a holiday game. And some teams go into some holiday tournaments. I know my son last year when he played, he's graduated now, but they went down to Cambridge, Wisconsin for a 2-in-1 type deal. They had to play 2 games in one day. So there's all those holiday tournaments coming up. The big one down in Concordia, right? Mequon, the Rick Majerus WVY Shootout. Some really good teams going to be participating in that one, and some local teams. I know Kimberly has a game coming up, I believe, against Sussex Hamilton on the boys' side.
Patrick Baldwin.
Yes, Hamilton ranked number 1 in the state in Division 1. Kimberly in the top 10. This is going to be fun. We're going to get through this tonight and then get through the holiday break, but once we flip the calendar and get the holidays past us and really dial it up, there's going to be some fun games coming up. And we were talking in the office, that boys' side in particular in the FBA, you got Hortonville, you got Kimberly, you got Neenah, and you got Kaukauna. That's going to be a fun 4-team race for the top spot. And you got teams in those Divisions 1 and 2 that could make a run to Madison. And don't forget on the girls' side, of course, I know both of these teams have high hopes. Appleton East looking really good right now. They're ranked 5th in the state, as you said. Division 3, Wrightstown and Freedom. They've already met in an overtime classic in Game 1. 2 teams, Ricardo, that are very full of talent, college-level talent, and teams that could get to the Resch Center in Division 3.
Yeah, the girls' side, very talented in the Fox Valley. And we include some of our friends from Green Bay. Obviously, we include Bayport, defending D1 champs, and some other outstanding individual players like
Hortonville and D2.
Hortonville D2, Jaden Simmons, Green Bay Southwest. Yes. And don't forget about Kendall Renard of Preble. So a lot of great talent in our area, but I think this is the year of the girl.
Yeah.
Of basketball team.
And something that we are considering as far as maybe we go up to a Green Bay like we did for the football streams and do an all FRCC. It would be kind of fun to see Jaden Simmons going against the defending state champs and ranked number 1 Bayport Pirates. But don't forget about Hortonville in Division 2. The girls are off to a great start as well. And they how many state trips have they had in a row? At least three in a row.
Three in a row. Unfortunately, Brett, they always run up against one of the top teams in the nation, Beaver Dam, 3-time defending state champs.
Either in sectionals
or the
lately in state
state semifinal. And there you go. Rosie, can you get it on the throwbacks? The old school.
Wow. That looks like a something you'd wear for a pickup game.
Yeah.
I like it. It's fun to celebrate the 70s at the same time that we are celebrating the 50th year of the Fox Valley Association Conference. That got going in, 1969-1970 season. Speaking of that, Appleton West boys that year took on Neenah in the state championship game in a thriller. Not going to give away too much with that, but maybe some fun stuff coming up as far as coverage plans. But a lot of history in this great league, Ricardo. And we always say, if not the best, certainly one of the best leagues, whatever the sport.
Well, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. As we're a minute and plus away from the national anthem and other immediate pregame activity before the start of this one, I should say, between, again, crosstown rivals Appleton East and Appleton West. Dick Emanuel Gym, Brett, all the surrounding neighborhoods packed with cars.
Well, this gym named for the coach of that 1969-70 Appleton West squad that won the state championship in a thriller over Neenah. Fun to see the legendary coaches of our area have gyms named after them. Ron Einerson Fieldhouse down in Neenah, Torchy Clark Gym over at Xavier High School. Wouldn't be surprised to see some more of the more contemporary coaches. I think of a Mike Shallow, for instance, at Kaukauna High School. I could see him getting that honor at some point
absolutely.
Down the line as well. Hey, a big thank you to our sponsor, Verlo Mattress Factory of Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sturgeon Bay. Their craftsmen manufacture your bed on site with unmatched quality and customer service. Be sure to stop in today.
Both teams lining up. We're expecting the national anthem very soon.
Check at the Division I coaches poll, Ricardo. We mentioned Bayport, the defending state champs. They're number 1 in Division I. Madison Memorial, number 2. Germantown, 3. Middleton, 4. And then Appleton East, 5. Kimberly, 6. So you have the 2 FEA teams ranked in the top 10, and East and Kimberly 5, 6, and Mukwonago 7, Oak Creek 8. I know the Kimberly girls have a matchup coming up with Oak Creek in the not-too-distant future as well. DSHA ranked 9th, and then Sun Prairie 10th. That's your top 10 in Division 1. As we mentioned, Division 2 Hortonville ranked 2nd in the state, so another FBA team getting top mention. Beaver Dam ranked number 1 in D2. Notre Dame, don't forget about them. They're 4th in D2. That's one of our Fox Valley Association or Fox Valley teams. Green Bay Southwest coming in with Jaden Simmons at number 10.
Right.
Looking at D3, Freedom 2nd and Wrightstown 4th. Always a great battle between those squads in the Northeastern Conference. Hey, your starting 5 for Appleton East. Lily Hansford, number 2. Emily LaChapelle, number 21. Delaney Clark, number 24. Josie Neubauer, number 40. And Logan Lowry, number 42. For Appleton West, Ricardo, it's Bree Workman, number 5. City Figlinski, number 11. Emma Paltzer, number 15. Christy Fortune, number 31. And Taylor Lauterbach, number 41.
Well, Brett, one thing I will say that is very evident when you look at Appleton East, they all start underclassmen.
What does that tell you?
Delaney Clark, the junior, but the rest are just sophomores,
yeah.
Brett. And they're already ranked in the top 5 in Division 1.
So you're saying they're going to be around for a little bit?
What I'm saying is that this team is going to be much better. They're going to progress before our very eyes, Brett, throughout the season.
And in the years to come, they're going to be a force.
Lauterbach with the rebound. Put back no good. That
was Bree Workman on the first shot of the game. And Lily Hansford attempting a 3, Ricardo, for Appleton East.
Yeah, going to kind of get used to these Appleton West jerseys, Brett.
Well, getting used to those jerseys. I'm trying to get used to Jim Brown's get up there again, the head coach at Appleton West. I need some shades. That thing is shiny, that shirt.
Yeah.
He looks like he was at the disco. Nice little pass to
blocked.
Lauterbach, but that was number 40, Ricardo, for Appleton East. Josie Neubauer swatting it away.
3-point attempt, no good.
Yeah, Delaney Clark with the misfire on that one. Boy-girl doubleheader tonight. Appleton East knocked off Appleton West. Well, a 4-point game. I think it was 47-43. You like those boy-girl doubleheaders in the FEA?
Well, it depends. I do actually. Yes, I would say that I prefer those. They're a lot more fun.
La Chapelle with the block.
2 blocks already for Appleton East. The defense being very active.
Yeah, Workman trying to find a lane, but La Chapelle was there. I tell you what, I think I like the boy-girl doubleheader a lot better than teams playing on the same night, boys and girls, but in different venues. That needs to stop. Good feed, and that's a nice finish.
Brett, I think, you're absolutely right. I do like that format better, having the both games be on the same night. I think they should employ that more.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to play on the same night. It just hurts with crowd. We've talked about that in other streams before, so it's nice to have the boy-girl doubleheader like that, like we saw tonight.
3-point attempt.
Ooh.
Fortune no good. Fortune gets her own rebound. And that 3-point attempt. That's number 11.
City Figlinski. And look at this, a 5-0 lead for the Terrors.
Brett, I think other schools should do that. Not just in the FVA. I'm talking around the Valley. I think that would help with crowd numbers, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. And or if you're not going to do it, there'll be a timeout right out of the chute as Joe LaChapelle, the head coach of Appleton East, not pleased. He's going to call a 30-second timeout, kind of get his girls regrouped here. But let's finish that thought. I guess in an ideal world, Ricardo, I would like to see them playing opposite nights, like a Thursday night girls game and a Friday night boys game, that type of a thing. No reason to play on the same night.
Let me tell you, because the crowd was here very full for the boys game, and a lot of the crowd has stuck around to see the girls game. Well, I'm not saying that the reason why is because they were here for the boys game, because these 2 girls teams are very good, but it helps.
It does. Yeah, if you're going to play on the same night, then let's do the boy-girl doubleheader like we saw tonight. We've streamed some games where there's some big matchups, and we're wondering where's the crowd, and then we were like, oh yeah, there's the boys or the girls are playing somewhere else. Appleton West, Ricardo in the zone. We're going to get our first foul of the game.
I think Jim Brown's happy with the way that they're moving the ball, though, Brett. And, again, they're off to a fast start, 5-0 lead over Appleton East.
So Lauterbach picks up her first, another turnover.
Yeah, Newbar trying to take that one inside. Second turnover for East.
Oh, going all the way. Little shot fake. That was swatted away, but Bree Workman had showing attack mode and no fear.
3 blocks early on for Appleton East's defense, Brett. Nearing the 15-minute mark here in the first half. 3-point attempt. That's good. Hansford. You see kind of the it is a pressure defense by East.
One of the things Jim Brown told me before the game as we were going over starters and name pronunciations. Nice little feed. Swatted away.
What, Brett? That's the 4th block, but Lauterbach able to corral that misfire and able to put it in for the bucket.
But
7-3 lead. I'm sorry, Brett, on your Burlington Mattress scoreboard.
Yeah, to finish that thought, Coach Jim Brown down his roster, a little depleted right now with some injuries. One of the kids is sick, he said, under the weather. So not going to be the deepest of benches for him tonight, and you're going to wonder
if they can continue this.
Yeah, can they keep up the pace? Obviously, our first time seeing Appleton West this year. I don't know if they're traditionally a zone team, or is that more just because they're a little short-handed. Of course, when you have a kid like Lauterbach that can play zone in the back end in the middle, that is pretty nice. But look at that, good answer, good shooting. That's number 24, Delaney Clark. So 2 3-pointers for the Patriots. And that's how you attack a zone.
Camry Lindsay now in for Appleton West, number 45. Also, Jaden Schlag, I should say. Schlag will pop up from 3.
It's
Look
good.
at that.
Seeing some good shooting here by both teams in the early stages of this one.
I think it's Schlag. I think I heard them say Schlag.
Schlag and Figlinski. That's a hard one for me to say.
Yeah.
A couple triples for West and for East. Hansford and Clark. So 4 threes combined already in the early stages of this one.
You know, Brett, we talked about the sophomores for Appleton East. Well, Schlag is a 5'5" sophomore for West. Lowry
banked
for a
it in.
3.
It counts. So 3 triples now for the Patriots, accounting for all 9 of their points, and good hands and a turnover.
Third turnover for Appleton West.
Ooh, near steal there at the top. And
They're going to call Hansford with steps.
looking at last year when these two teams met, they split their regular season meetings. Appleton West won 54-52 right here. That was the first matchup of the year, and then Appleton East came back with a 56-35 victory later in the season on its home floor. Let's see if home court advantage will hold true tonight, as Lauterbach a little strong on that one.
Pulser in now for West, as well as the freshman Olivia Peterson.
Taylor Lauterbach, the 6'6" senior, number 41 here at Appleton West, going to Kansas State. A lot of Division I talent on this floor and in our coverage area. Ricardo, another turnover.
Yeah, I have 6 combined for both teams. Peterson over to Schlag. Nearing the 12-minute mark here in the first half. 10-9 lead for Appleton West on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard. Senior Lily Wendland kind of draws the assignment of Lauterbach. In and out on that three-point attempt.
Yeah, that was Camry Lindsay. That was a good look, too. Looked good off her hand, just couldn't get the fall.
Reach-in foul, that's Pulser, sophomore. .11:33 left here in the first half on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard. 10-9 Appleton West.
3 team fouls for the Terrors. Still waiting on the first foul against the Patriots. Pretty clean game so far, and that's going to be a foul against number 45, I think, Camry Lindsay. So 14 fouls now for the Terrors.
So now in for Appleton East, Sophia Verkyan. Did I say that correct?
Verkylen,
senior. She's number 1, and she'll pop it from 3.
Yeah, how about that? Right off the bench. 4 triples for the Patriots. All 12 of their points coming from distance for Kylan, Hansford, Clark, and Lowry. How about that for shooting?
East takes their first lead of the game. Lauterbach up high.
Got to get Lauterbach, I think, a little bit more involved there and try to feed that post. Of course, you know they're going to collapse on her, but there you go.
They're going to call her for steps. That's now 4 turnovers for Appleton West.
Yeah, Taylor Lauterbach recently on the Varsity Roundtable show. She takes a seat, grabs a quick breather here.
She was on with Hortonville's Macy McClone.
Yeah, as we said, McClone, a UW Milwaukee recruit, so 2 Division I players. Friends. They're friends.
Good buddies on the AAU team.
Yeah. You see that more and more now, don't you?
I think it's good. It fosters good friendly rivalries, Brett. Look at these active hands.
Oh, that's a
Appleton West.
That's a triple team down there in the along the baseline, so turnover there on the jump ball.
Brett, I think that was a quadruple team.
12-10 Patriots with the lead. 10:41 to play as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard.
Thank you, Rosie, for that nice shot of Brown. And again, these midcourt shots brought to you by Jordan Jacobson, one of our part-timers at In the Office, USA Today Network.
Boy, Jim Brown, I've known him for many years. Go back to his days when he was coaching the Menasha boys basketball team. Oh, he's a worked so hard to try to get that program going. I remember he brought Dick Vitale in one time. And look at that. Is that another triple? That is. That's Hansford, her second. She's got 6. 5 3-point buckets, Ricardo, for the Patriots. How about that? Again for shooting and a turnover.
5th turnover for West, Brett. That's killing them so far in tonight's game.
But, yeah, Jim Brown brought Dick Vitale in, and that was a fun night. We got a chance to talk to Dickie V quite a bit as Hansford misses on that attempt. And then, of course, Joe LaChapelle, boy, doing some really nice things at Appleton East right now, and got a dynamite team.
Well, Brett, hitting from long distance usually breaks a zone. How long do you think West will keep the zone going? LaChapelle in and out. Verkayan can't get it.
Ooh.
Off the rebound.
First team foul coming up against the Patriots. That's going to go against Neubauer. (15-10), Appleton East with the lead halfway through the first half at Dick Emanuel Gym. Very warm gymnasium tonight. Whoop. Whoa, almost a turnover there, and they're going to get a travel, so it is a turnover. Good job by LaChapelle to nearly force the tie-up, but in doing so caused the travel call.
Yeah, Rettler, I'm sorry, that was Hiltgen. Did I say that right? She was caught kind of like in no man's land there on the trap, Brett. Turnover. Appleton West, their 6th of the game.
You know, good shooting so far for Appleton East against that zone, but even better. And there's another 3. That's Clark, her second triple. 7 3-point, or check that, 6 3-point baskets now for Appleton East. And a timeout now coming for the Terrors.
Was that LaChapelle? Is that what you said?
No, that was Clark, number 24.
Okay, wow.
So
I wonder right now if Brown's going to alter the defense just a smidge now. It's obviously that, it's obvious that East came with that shooting form.
Well, I was going to say good shooting, but ball movement can break down a zone too. You can find those soft spots. The advantage in playing a zone is obviously when you're Appleton West, Ricardo, you have a 6'6" kid that can kind of camp in the middle and make it very tough to find the soft spot in the zone just because of her length and her ability to be a shot blocker. So credit to the Patriots for coming on out and knocking down 6 triples now. That's all 18 points. Verkylen with 1. Hansford and Clark each with a pair of 3s, and Lowry with a 3 as well. And they're doing this right now with Emily LaChapelle really quiet so far. Not, I think maybe 1 or 2 shot attempts, maybe just 1.
I think you're correct, Brett.
You know, LaChapelle, Division I offers, Ricardo, already from Wisconsin, Marquette, UW Green Bay, and UW Milwaukee. That's the who's who in Division I, and the state of Wisconsin. Will be interesting to see where her college path takes her. Oh, and there's a steal. Wow.
In the state is the 7th turnover.
Yeah, Hansford with a steal, just couldn't get the shot to fall on the break, and going to stay right here with Appleton East, up 18-10.
Look at Lauterbach with the steal, Brett.
Yeah, one-handed steal.
5th turnover for East, so they've also had their problems. As that's Peterson. Ball stays with Appleton West.
I think they're going to get number 22, Abby Gronert, on the foul. So that's the second team foul now for the Patriots. We'll run down some of the college talent on the floor here tonight. As we mentioned, LaChapelle and her scholarship offers, and now Lauterbach, who has it, going to Kansas State, but couldn't hold on to it. Boy, a collapsing defense against the standout senior for West. Good ball movement around the perimeter, Ricardo. Just keep swinging it against that zone. Nice pass into the short corner, then back out on top. Great ball movement right now. Hansford That's a good look.
It was. Foul on Appleton East as they will pick up their third overall. 18-10 lead for Appleton East here at Dick Emanuel Gym. If you've never been here, you can just feel the history here, Brett. Lauterbach.
Yeah, it's nice high-low. Good positioning by Lauterbach. Sealed off the defender. She was wide open for the pass. So Lauterbach now with 4.
And there's a steal. So now East is having some problems with ball control.
Lauterbach's going to spot up.
What a hard rebound.
Oh, that's Fortune.
Fortune, my goodness.
She
worked hard.
Yeah, 4 points for Fortune. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity. And down to a 4-point game. Fortune, we said, we're going to McKendree University. We know somebody that's at McKendree right now. Remember,
our friend,
Callie Pullman, yeah.
Calypso.
That's a Division II team, yeah. Former Appleton North Standout Callie Pullman. She's a junior already this season with the Bearcats.
And I think they got a good one with Fortune. You know, she's a physical player, smart player, can do a number of things. As you saw her there, Brett, she has no shortage of hustle. Kendrick got a good one, I think. And does that not pretty much describe Callie Pullman? She kind of did everything for North back when they were winning those state titles.
Yeah, very gritty. And then the Patriots' Lily Hansford, she's got a Division I offer from UW Green Bay. Delaney Clark has a D2 offer from Wayne State College.
3-point in and out.
That was a good shot by Bree Workman.
I think that's on Lauterbach.
Oh, that's her second.
Oh, it's not. I think it's on. Trying to see who they called it on. They don't have it. It is on Lauterbach.
Okay.
So Brett, as you said, that's her second.
Second personal, and she's going to have to check out of the game with 6:48 still to play in this first half. That's a tough blow for Jim Brown and Appleton West. And Lauterbach, she kind of, she wholeheartedly agreed with that call. I don't think she's too happy to be sitting down right now.
No, because I think Figlinski was also in the area, but the ref said that she had the foul, and now she's on the bench. 18-14 lead for Appleton East. Nearing the 6:30 mark here on your Verlo Mattress scoreboard.
I mentioned good ball movement against the zone, but West really moves well in the zone. Not lazy at all. Good man-to-man principles within that zone defense. Sliding the feet, hands high.
It was a bit of a horse of peace, Brett, because even though East has hit a lot of three-pointers, they've also turned the ball over 6 times.
Good bounce pass and feed, finding maybe a little bit overplay on the zone, and La Chapelle gets her first bucket of the game.
First non-three-pointer by Appleton.
You better get that ball over. That was close. Nope, stolen. La Chapelle, she's going to take it. Scoop shot and in.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. Off the transition, the 9th turnover for Appleton West, Brett. And I know Brown is upset for West because I think those are silly mistakes that can be corrected.
Another full timeout, so he's taken 2 timeouts so far, and he's not a happy camper. (22-14) the lead for Appleton East. 5:49 to play as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard. Hoping the tentative plan right now, guys, is to our next game of the week live stream will be 2 weeks from today on January 3rd. Looking to do another girls game featuring some big-time talent. Kimberly at Hortonville will be a fun game. Chance to see Macy McGlone and Cammie Pepler for the first time at Hortonville, and then, of course, Kimberly with all the talent they have, both state-ranked teams in Divisions 1 and 2. So that's the tentative plan.
That's also my birthday.
Yeah, we don't care. You're working.
We'll see.
You are working that night, Ricardo. Don't be one of those people that takes off just because it's your birthday.
It's not just me. It's the little lady. Maybe she
do something during the
wants to
day.
do something special.
Do something during the day.
We work during the day.
You can go out for lunch. You don't work during the day.
No,
you work at night.
She works during the day.
Well, go take her out to lunch.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Relationship expert Brett Christoph.
Hey, 25 years of marriage coming up in March, my friend.
I suppose.
25 years coming up with me and my lovely bride.
Times are different now.
Blocked.
Brett.
Oh, no, foul.
This
Fortune
isn't the
taking
70s
it.
anymore.
Logan Lowry will get called for the foul on that take.
Fortune at the line.
25 years of wedded bliss. I'll have to do something. Boy, that puts the pressure on me to find a present.
Don't get her a San Antonio Spurs pull.
Why not?
Why not? Just
Here.
what every woman desires.
For 25 years of hanging out with me, right?
Yeah.
Here, honey, here's a Spurs 3/4 zip. How's that?
Nearing the 5:20 mark here in the first half.
Actually, I think those are called quarter zips. I don't even know my clothes.
Nice pass.
Yeah, good look. And again, great ball movement. Just really swinging it. Trapping that short corner, though. And what are they going to call?
They are going to call
Jump
a
ball.
turnover, yeah. So, again, we talked about Appleton West having 9 turnovers. 7th turnover for Appleton East, Brett.
Fortune,
look at
good
that.
feed. Blocked.
Yeah, that was number 22, Abby Gronert.
Yeah, Emma Paltzer, I thought, looked like I think she thought she had a pretty good look at the hoop, but great defense. And again, seen that Appleton East.
Oh, that's going to be a turnover on East.
La Chapelle had the right idea, just couldn't corral the ball underneath, and that was intended for Abby Gronert. Just couldn't secure that pass. And there's that pressure defense that West has had trouble getting the ball across, but that time no problem. And Fortune, how about that? Tough
nice
angle.
right-hander, Brett.
So Fortune now with 7 points for the Terrors, keeping this one close, just a 5-point game.
Five-point lead for Appleton East as we near the 4-minute mark in the first half on your Verlo mattress scoreboard. Long three-point basket. No good, but not able to get the rebound as West.
Ooh. Wow, a lot of physical play. The officials are letting it go. Delaney Clark swings it back over, and the Patriots are going to kind of reset. Try to attack that zone. La Chapelle thinking about it. Hansford buries it. Good patience by the Patriots, Ricardo.
How many threes is that now? I think it's...
Well, Hansford has 3 by herself. She's got 9. 7 3-pointers for the Patriots now.
East making everything difficult for Appleton West at the moment. Again, Lauterbach is on the bench with 2 fouls. And they're going to call a foul on Paltzer. That is West's 6th foul.
Yeah, and that's Paltzer's 2nd. So Paltzer and Lauterbach with 2 fouls apiece for the Terrors.
For Kylan.
Oh, yeah, we're going to. Oh, almost.
Nice awareness by
Chapelle.
Hansford to get it to La Chapelle.
Yeah, good movement. Again, though, another offensive rebound. Hansford, boy, 4 triples.
She's had a tremendous night, Brett. Just a sophomore.
Oh, and Jim Brown, another timeout.
He's not pleased with his defense. But that's tough, Brett, because Hansford, she's so lanky. It's tough to get someone on her physically with the dimensions that can block her. 4 3-pointers for Hansford.
Yeah, let me add them up. Verkylen has the 1. As you said, Hansford now with 4 triples. She's got 12 points all from distance. Clark has 2, and Lowry has 1. 8 3-pointers for East.
(28-17) is the lead for Appleton East here at Dick Emanuel Gym.
Not surprising, though. Again, looking at the stats, Hansford, the team's leading three-pointer, coming in with 31 makes. And she was shooting 42% from distance coming into the game. So lightening it up. Again, Hansford, Division I offer from UW Green Bay. And Kevin Borseth, I would think he would like to add that piece to the puzzle. Who knows? Maybe he could add a couple of these kids from Appleton East, since Emily LaChapelle also with an offer from the Fighting Phoenix.
If you're Appleton West, no need to panic here. Get it to within single digits before the half. Keep it there with Lauterbach on the bench. You get her back, and that's going to be a timeout.
Wow.
Brown. Well, Brett, is that his last one?
No, he's got one more now.
Okay.
He's got one more 30.
I thought that was a smart timeout, though, Brett, because she was on the verge of getting the 5-second call.
Tough to be using those timeouts with still 2 minutes and some change to go here in this first half. 4 timeouts used by Appleton West. Down 11 and struggling, as usual, Ricardo, going against that pressure defense, getting trapped there in the corner. Really nothing that you could do. You got to burn a timeout and save your player. Yeah, that's good ball moving against East. Good look. Yeah, that's going to be a jump ball.
It is a jump ball.
And that's coming this way. Appleton East will get possession of it. Up 11.
Good look, Brett. And some of those have to fall for you you want to keep within, again, single digits. 11-point lead for Appleton East is Verkylen. Rebound, Lindsay.
One of the rare misses from distance. And look at LaChapelle.
Quick hands by LaChapelle.
So they're going to have to get this one over. It's going to be a 10-second call here pretty quick. Wow, just got it across. Watching that official, he was counting it down. He was getting close. Good look inside. Fortune just couldn't get it to fall.
I thought they did a good job just getting it over, Brett, in time. Fortune will be going the line, shooting 2.
Lowry picked up her second for the Patriots, the only one with 2 fouls. 5-team fouls for East. And Fortune, 1 of 2 from the line, now 2 of 3. She's got 8 for Appleton West. Make it 9, 2 of 2 on that trip, 3 of 4 overall from the stripe. She's the leading scorer for Appleton West with 9. And like you said, Ricardo, a single-digit deficit. You know, if you can kind of hold on and get your main players back on the floor, you're definitely within striking distance. And a steal. Good job by Jaden Schlag, the 5'5 sophomore guard, just to kind of rip it out. Give West possession. Now 3-ball from the corner. That was a good look.
It was a good look.
That was
Look at
Fortune.
this. Oh, they're going to call a foul. I thought possibly that was going to be a jump ball. And we're in bonus situation, Brett.
Yeah, Lindsay, 2 fouls against her. And, yeah, Appleton West, that's the 7th team foul. So 1-and-1 coming up at the line is number 40. That's Josie Neubauer, just a sophomore. And Neubauer looking for her first points of the night.
Lead back up to 10 points for Appleton East. Josie Neubauer, sophomore, one of many for Appleton East. Drains the second. 30-19 lead for Appleton East. And again, now if you're Appleton West, get it over the center stripe and try to get that lead back down to single digits.
Look at how that defense just kind of wants to push you into that corner, and almost another turnover.
Fortune going around, kicking it back out. Good on the three. They needed that one,
Yeah,
DC.
Bree Workman, and a good look by Fortune to find Workman, her first bucket of the night, and it's a big one, down to an 8-point game. Fortune, I thought she was going to try to take it up, Ricardo, but great vision to kick it out, find her teammate for the three.
A lot of trust in her teammates, Brett, that she's going to make that shot, and she buried it.
Yeah, final shot coming up now for Appleton East as we're under 10 seconds to play. Going to swing it. Clark's got it. She's thinking about it. And a turnover. One more shot. Fortune from half court. That's going to be off target, but a good finish for the Terrors, especially with foul trouble. Lauterbach on the bench.
Yeah, Brett, I agree.
For a good portion of the back end of that first half.
Go update my Twitter account. You can follow me at PC Ricardo.
Yeah, it's halftime here. While you're doing that, Ricardo, we're at Dick Emanuel Gym, and a look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard shows the Patriots leading the Terrors 30-22 in this Varsity Game of the Week prep basketball matchup. Thanks again to our sponsor, Verlo Mattress Factory of Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, and Sturgeon Bay. Their craftsmen manufacture your bed on site with unmatched quality and customer service. Stop in today for their mega mattress clearance sale. Also, Verlo Mattress Factory offers free delivery and setup with set purchases, and they can make custom mattresses to fit boats, RVs, semi-trucks, antique beds, and more. Plus, air beds, they're always on sale up to $400 off. We appreciate Verlo Mattress Factory being our varsity content sponsor. Speaking of 70s, now look at these.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 70s get-up for sure.
Cool in the Gang. That's definitely 70s.
You think the kids know Cool in the Gang?
No, but I do.
That's because you're an old guy.
Rosie knows Cool in the Gang. I think those outfits are more 60s.
And now a little ABBA. I even know that one.
But I do appreciate the effort. Look at the girls. They're dancing some ABBA, some Cool in the Gang.
Well, got some first half thoughts there, Ricardo?
Well, Appleton West, and Rosie, don't forget to get it on the 70s moms over there in the crowd. Well, Appleton West, I think it hurt. Obviously, fouls hurt them, Brett. Losing Lauterbach there for the final 6-7 minutes. East was able to, kind of hold a double-digit lead for a while there. I thought West did a good job of keeping it within single points. Now they get Lauterbach back. Now it's a matter of hoping that West? That East kind of cools down a little bit from their hot shooting from the three-point land. If that's the case, and I expect it to be a couple possession game right down to the end for East. I just love how they attack that zone, Brett, in terms of the shooting. I love that they have the confidence to take those bombs, and a variety of girls can hit from long range. And when you have a lot of girls that can shoot, Brett, in the postseason, that's going to pay off beautifully for them. Well, reason why they're ranked number 5.
Yeah, 8 3-pointers in that first half. 4 different players hit triples, and Emily LaChapelle's not one of them. She can knock them down from distance, too. Verkylen had 3, and Hansford with 4 triples, Clark with 2, and Lowry with 3. Well, this is the time where we like to talk about ourselves, Ricardo, and it starts with Clubhouse Live, Mondays at 6:30 from the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill inside the Red Lion Hotel Paper Valley in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. That's our Packers show, and it's hosted by me, you, and Green Bay Packers running back, the true star of the show, Aaron Jones. Now, we will not be having a show this coming Monday because obviously the Packers have kind of a big game coming up in Minneapolis against the Vikings. And we're not going to move the show to Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, so we are taking the complete week off.
Happy holidays.
But we will be back on December 30th. And Aaron always brings a teammate guest. He just had this past week. He had Packers cornerback Kevin King on. So it's been fun getting to know one of the top running backs in the league. 17 touchdowns for Showtime already this season. If you can't make it to a show in person, by the way, the admission is free. First come, first seated. And we give away a lot of great prizes, too. But if you can't make it to a show in person, you can always watch it live online, even ask questions on our interactive chat. You can do that on clubhouselive.com, facebook.com/Packers News, and give us a like at facebook.com/clubhouselive. 11 seasons almost in the books.
Wow. That's incredible, Brett.
And with the Packers making the playoffs, Clubhouse Live is going to go on and on until they're done. So who knows? We might be taking this into February for all we know.
Brett, Super Bowl?
You never know.
Wait, where is it this year?
That's in Miami.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing it's not in the budget, but we
maybe might get more sponsorship dollars.
We might be able to do some shows around here. But so that's every Monday. Not this coming Monday again because of Monday Night Football and then the holiday Christmas time. We'll be back December 30th. But Varsity Roundtable, that's taking a break too, but that's normally Wednesdays, right, Ricardo?
Every Wednesday, 7 p.m. This past week, really, really happy to have on Max Klesmet of Neenah, Carter Thomas of Oshkosh West, Brett, two of the top players in the Fox Valley Association. And they're on to talk about their great season, especially for Klesmet. Neenah entered tonight's action 7-0, I want to say, 6-0 for sure. And they're having a great season, Brett. And they had a great season last year, making it to the state tournament. So nice to have them on. We're planning on coming back in a couple weeks, Brett, into January.
I think that'll be January 8th show because Christmas is this Wednesday and then New Year's Day is the following Wednesday. So those holidays getting in the way of everything.
That's right. Also coming back in January, Brett, is the R&B Show podcast.
Are you sure?
We've taken a bunch of weeks off. A lot of it, there's a lot of reasons why. The biggest reasons why is that with our reduced staff, we have less people to do things. And
well, plus December's always a tricky month. A lot of downtime.
I have vacation to take. Rosie has vacation to take. We all do. So it's okay, and we'll come back and talk about high school sports. Maybe we'll alter a little bit to expand it to some other kind of talk, Brett, when it comes to sports.
I see one of our colleagues, Larry Gallup, coming down by the scores table there.
Larry Gallup.
The Post Crescent quite some time. There he is. Good shot of Larry. Does a great job of helping us out.
I don't know if he can see us, but good to see him here, Mr. Appleton West.
Mr. Appleton West, the former sports editor years ago, and then he's our numbers analytics guru right now and making sure that we're all on the right path as far as giving readers and viewers what they want to read and see. So we appreciate Larry very much. Great help. But yeah, so we'll be back Varsity Roundtable on January 8th. And then the podcast will probably be that same week, I'm guessing.
Probably be that same week, right.
Because these next 2 weeks are going to be real shaky. Obviously, Rosie and I both have next week off. We got to burn some time. There's really nothing going on. And then that following week, we come back for Clubhouse Live on the 30th. But then we're both off on New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day. So then that week is kind of shot as well. It's just a little weird. But we will be back for our Varsity Game of the Week.
It's always Friday. It's always a last little run there.
It is.
We're taking our time off, which is fine because we know, Brett, this high school sports season is from basically early August until late June in some respects.
It is, especially the streaming season, really August until, the final sectional boys basketball game.
Yeah.
But then we also will be getting ready for yet another edition of the Wisconsin Prep Sports Awards show.
Very excited.
That's going to be taking place in May. I'm going to give you a date once I have it firm. I'm not going to
Can you announce where it is?
It's going to be at the Lambeau Field Atrium again, where it had been the first 3 years. And then last year was at the Fox Cities Performing Arts Center. We're going to move it back to the PAC. It's going to be early May is when we're going to do that. But more to come on that. We're really looking forward, and that's going to keep us super busy.
I'm excited about that, Brett.
We're just going to keep us super busy. We already got two major sponsors lined up for that. Again, more to come post-holiday with that, but really looking forward to honoring many of the state's top athletes, teams, coaches, and hoping to get another fantastic guest speaker. But looking forward to that. That's going to take up a whole lot of time. Then you kind of are in May, and then that's that last run where I'm guessing I'm going to be recruited to do some help at state track now. Now that I don't have any more kids coming up.
That's right.
I always got out of that because I was very fortunate. Both of my boys made it to state track in different seasons.
We had our buddy Gabe who filled in last year.
But he's no longer here.
Dan Cohn, no longer with us as well. So, and by that I mean working with us.
Yeah, Gabe is now at Knoxville.
Yeah, so Brett, you will be leaned on.
Yeah, so I don't think I can use the excuse of, well, my son is going to be running it. I want to be dad time. And then state baseball. And then all of a sudden it's summertime. You got to burn some vacations.
You're Mr. State Baseball.
And then it's August again. It just goes so fast. But it's fun. And we always appreciate everybody watching our stuff and attending our stuff and reading our stuff.
Well, speaking of reading, Brett, just something to keep in mind coming in, if I may, the next week before you do your top scores. I'll be having our all-area girls volleyball team shortly. You were talking about Bill Glasheen. He actually took the portrait shots of our athletes. Also, all-area football. That encompasses, by the way, and the volleyball team, too, up to Green Bay, down to Fond du Lac. So look for that in the coming weeks, as well as my wrap-up column, Brett. Top 10 stories from this past year in high school sports, Brett.
Are you going to do the A through Z, or is that?
No, that's end of the year.
That's end of the year.
That's in June. End of June, I usually do that. So.
Well, let me run down the scoring, but definitely some things that come up end of the year stuff. Definitely get a subscription if you don't to any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites. That includes postcrescent.com. But for Appleton West scores, Schlag with 3, Workman with 3, Figlinski with 3, Fortune with 9, Lauterbach with 4. For the Patriots, for Kylan 3, Hansford 12, La Chapelle 4, Clark 6, Neubauer 2, Lowry with 3. And the second half is underway. Appleton West with the ball, just down 8, Ricardo.
Happy about this because you can actually read Appleton West uniforms just a little bit better.
It was tough across the gym, wasn't it? Our old eyes.
Lauterbach
and a good start. Oh!
Just
rimmed out, but a good first look for Taylor. And, that looked good.
Fortune with the rebound for Appleton West. But you kind of see what West's defense was there, Brett. They collapsed as La Chapelle drove the lane, Brett. Three girls collapsed on her.
Neubauer with the good look from the corner for East.
2 early misses for Appleton West. And there's La Chapelle, and they're going to have a foul. Again, she walked into some heavy defensive presence by Appleton West.
2-shot foul coming up for...
Is that on Lauterbach?
Emily.
It is on
her
Lauterbach.
Third.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she's going to have to stay out there and play with those 3 fouls.
She's a little dejected, you can tell. We'll give East credit, Brett. They went and attacked her right away.
La Chapelle with 2 free throws now with 6 on the night and a 10-point lead for the Patriots. Three ball. Ooh, that looked good. Just couldn't get it to fall. That was Pulser.
That was close for Lauterbach, Brett, picking up her 4th. But there you saw the other West girls they got to step it up because that was a nice open shot for Pulser. When you have open shots like that, you got to bury them because the defense focuses so much on Lauterbach in the lane. Clark inside, and there's La Chapelle.
That's Clark from the corner. Good. She's got 3 threes, and I want to give La Chapelle credit. She did not force the issue when she was kind of pinned underneath. Some kids like to do that, as Fortune now with a good answer. And she found Clark in the corner, so good patience, good vision, and good execution by both players for Appleton East, and a great job now by Fortune on this side to keep the Terrors within striking distance.
You're right, Brad. Not only is East shooting the ball well, they are distributing it possibly even better at getting those open shots. None of those shots are really contested.
Well, it's a team that very good chemistry. Boy, nobody's going to close out, and that looked good. Second chance, nope. But that was Logan Lowry with a pretty good look from the wing. But Appleton East, you can tell, very good chemistry, and as we said at halftime, so many different shooters. They don't care who's scoring the basketball. 4 or 5 different kids can light it up from outside. That's the reason why Appleton East is very highly thought of this season. Lauterbach's going to work hard. Double team, just couldn't get the fall. Pretty good look.
Triple team, Brett.
LaChapelle, she's going to bring it up, spot it up. She hits her first 3.
Tough start for Appleton West, Brett. They 8-2 run by the Patriots. Is Fortune trying to get her team amped up.
Appleton West now, Jim Brown, Ricardo using his final timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so he's out of timeouts, down 14. And we said LaChapelle, we know that she can hit it from outside. Already at 4 second-half points, 8 points on the game. So that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players now for East with 3-point baskets. And a no-no by that West defense. She had the ball. She was bringing it up. Nobody was on her. She did the right thing. She stopped, popped, and nothing but net. So I'm guessing that Jim Brown and some of the instruction in that final timeout was, hey, you can't lose sight of number 21.
Well, the problem is, Brett, is that all these East girls can shoot.
Yeah.
So
how do you defend
and obviously, LaChapelle, she's the brightest star of many, but yeah, you really are. I mean, you really don't have what you shut one girl down or two. The others will hurt you. Almost another turnover. It's going to be a foul, though. It looks to be on number 40, Josie Neubauer. (38-24) lead for Appleton East. 15:02 left in the second half on your Furlough Mattress scoreboard.
Tough to defend a team with shooters, especially one that moves the ball as well as they do and stresses a defense.
And you know, I think you and I both agree, Brett, they have a lot of IQ on the court, even though a lot of them are sophomores.
Yeah. Again, as you said, it's going to be fun to see how these girls grow within the season, but imagine what they're going to be like in next year and in a couple seasons.
I mean, they're the 5th-ranked team now in D1. You're talking about top 1 or 2 in next year and possibly in 2020.
Again, look at that ball movement. Look at that. I mean, that's Hansford. She's got 5 threes now, 15 points. They just don't force the issue. They take good shots.
And there's a turnover by West. And this has quickly become a 41-24 lead for Appleton East.
Blocked by Lauterbach. Looks like our main camera is back, Rosie. Blocked on this side. Was that Neubauer? Oh, we apologize for a little bit of a technical glitch right now. We're losing our main camera for some reason, so bear with us. We might have to have this angle for a little while, but it's 41-24, 17-point lead for the Patriots, who just can't not. They're red hot from 3-point range, Ricardo.
It's just tough for Appleton West. I think the effort's there for the Terrors, Brett, but sometimes you just run into a team, and have you counted how many 3-pointers they have?
I think
it is a lot.
Oh, yeah, 11.
You're talking double digits for trifectas. That's tough. That's tough to defend.
11 3-point baskets, and look at this. Hansford again just about knocked that one down. Offensive rebound. Look at this. Second, third chance opportunities. That's Wendland with her first bucket. Number 35, Lily Wendland, a senior. And right now, Appleton East in complete control, up 19. Just wear you out, don't they?
They do. And again, we're talking about Appleton West, Brett, being a bit short-handed. Lauterbach left a right hand up good.
Yeah, and that was a good feed by Camry Lindsay to set up Lauterbach. We apologize again. We're having some technical difficulties with the main camera. Looks like it's back now, so
bear with us as our guy Rosie kind of scurrying about. La Chapelle short on that one, but Ricardo, another offensive board.
And another good look. That's the thing with East, Brett, is that they're really working hard to get that top shot. Here's another 3 attempt by La Chapelle.
That was good. 8 points in this half, 12 on the night for La Chapelle.
You talked about it, Brett. Appleton West cannot call another timeout.
No, they're out of timeouts, down 20, and not much Jim Brown can do. His fortune, tough take, blocked. I think that was Hansford who got her hand on the ball, and here comes the Patriots. Clark from the corner. Look at La Chapelle almost with the offensive rebound, but good job by the Terrors. Now we're getting a little pace in this game. Inside of Lauterbach, 3 players swarming on her.
Yeah, she was working hard to get the ball up in the air, Brett, and get a foul called as she was shooting. Triple team down low, Brett.
Hansford picks up the foul, so her second 2-team fouls for East. That's got to be frustrating for Taylor when you are have that much focus. Again, Kansas State recruit, 6'6". You know, she gets the ball in the post, low post on the block there, and three defenders just swarming her, and that one's thrown away. But there's opportunities, as you said, for the others to step up and knock down shots. Lauterbach has the ability to pass out of that triple team and find somebody who's open. Let's see if the Terrors can heat up here, down 20, 11:43 to play as we look at our Verlo Mattress Factory scoreboard.
Oh, nice. Good defense.
Oh,
Workman,
overlaid.
That's kind of been like Appleton West's day so far, Brett. Tonight, it's just been tough. So nice steal by Workman, going up with a layup and can't finish. Now there's a foul called on West. That's going to be on Camry Lindsay, the junior forward, her third. There's La Chapelle. Almost knocked away again by that West defense.
Ooh. Oh, good idea.
Yeah, that was Schlag there, Brett. She was able to knock that one out of bounds. 46-26, 20-point lead now for Appleton East. 11:09 left here in the second half on your Verlo Matches scoreboard.
Looking at Appleton East, Ricardo, last season 19-5, advanced to the sectional semifinal round, where it fell to Wausau West 81-69.
Yeah, and I remember that great year they had, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, where like all of their losses were against the teams that made it either to state or at the sectional final level.
Yeah, Wausau West, that was a good team. We ended up streaming that game, the Warriors game against Kimberly in the sectional championship at DC Everest High School. Kimberly won that one. It was a back-and-forth game. Appleton West last year, 11-12, fell to Hudson 53-36 in the regional. Patriots' last trip to state, guys, 1998. Appleton West, they haven't been to state since '88.
Well, I will say this, Brett, and they did make it to that super sectional that 1 year with Mikulkevich. And that is a layup and more for Verkillian. Brett, that was a great team. Remember, they had the Super Tuesday silliness the WIA did, and that didn't work. That was 1 year. It was out. But that technically was a state game the year previous.
Yeah, the ill-fated Super Tuesday, huh? That was a one and done. So Verkillen with 5 points, looking to make it 6 with this free throw, and she does. And not to jinx the Patriots, but 5 of 5 from the stripe, so they're good shooters all around.
This roster, Brett, I can completely see making it to the rush. They're very, very good. Length, they got quickness, and then they got, the playmakers off the dribble with La Chapelle.
Here's the question, though. Young team, do they have the experience? Do they have the moxie to handle a big sectional championship game?
Well, I know that Delaney Clark and La Chapelle have a lot of varsity experience. And, sometimes when you have the AAU teams, Brett, and you're playing 12 months out of the year, that really does help you as well and kind of make up for that lack of varsity experience. Because I look at this team and they pass the eyeball test, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, very impressive. Just phenomenal shooting tonight. We'll add up the threes again. Boy, tough leaner. That was number 13, Olivia Peterson, a freshman. And the Patriots really coming out sharp here in the second half. And what was an 8-point game at halftime, Ricardo, and just blowing this thing open. Halftime score was 30-22. So a 19-4 run to start this second half for Appleton East to really all but put this away. Nice little hesitation and in. Good shot. That's number 4, Sammy Byer.
Fortune able to stop the bleeding with a bucket. 51-28.
Yeah, Fortune having a big game. She's got 13.
Byer, by the way, a freshman, Brett.
Appreciate folks watching tonight. Busy time for a lot of folks with holidays coming up and college kids coming home. I know I had to go get my my youngest yesterday down at Madison. He was ready to go. He was ready to put those finals to bed.
Yeah, I bet.
In fact, the funny thing was, guys, I was driving down, what is that? I guess University, and I was turning left on Randall because I had to make a little run at an area business for my wife. It's called Trader Joe's. I think you've heard of it. She always has me stop at Trader Joe's down at Madison, which is right off of right just down the road from Camp Reynolds.
It's the
so
only
right
Trader
there.
Joe's, I think, other than there might be one in Milwaukee.
There's one in one in Milwaukee on
Okay.
Blue Mound in Brookfield. I've been to that one as well. There needs to be one up here in the valley, but he texted me. He goes, "Oh, I just saw you." He was scheduled for a 2-hour final. He got done in about an hour, and he saw me. And then he texted me, he goes, "I'm ready whenever you are." So
ready to get out of there.
ready to take a break, and he might be helping us out with some streams during the break as well. He's going to kind of get into that major. And what do we got here? Timeout?
I think it was. I'm trying to see.
Well, it's got to be Appleton
Yep.
East. So a 30-second timeout for the Patriots. But we appreciate those watching because it's a busy time, and some families celebrate Christmas a little early because there's so many different Christmas stops. Fun time of year too. And hey, guys, you know what I'm loving about this time of year? The weather is nice.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. I mean, it was colder earlier last week.
But it's really getting warm, and we're supposed to get in the 40s, and we're not gonna have a white Christmas. We're gonna melt all this snow, which for me is like the best Christmas gift of all time.
Saves your back.
I'm not a snow guy. The only thing I'm lamenting is I finally gave in and brought my bike inside, put it on its spinner, and I should have kept it out because I could have gotten some bike riding in this weekend with the weather.
Let me tell you, Brett, I saw snow in Palm Springs last
You
week.
did? Snow?
Because I went up to the mountains. They have a little tram that takes you up 10,000 feet. That was a trip.
So you went to the desert to go see snow?
Yeah, I know,
What the
right?
heck's your problem?
Oh, just wanted to see the mountain life and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun.
This is a technical.
It is a technical. And that's on the west bench, Brett. And that means there'll be some free throw shootings coming up.
So a team foul. That'll be the fourth for the Terrors. And shooting the free throws will be Delaney Clark. The official not liking what we was hearing coming from the bench. Clark good on both. She's got 11.
And they keep possession, as what is normally the case. Clark only a junior. So again, a majority of this team will be back next year, Brett. Sophia Verkillian, did I say that right?
Verkylen.
Verkylen.
I think, why don't you write that down?
No. And she is the only senior that I can tell has played minutes tonight. Oh no, Wendland was out there too, right? I think she was out there, number 35.
Good kick out. That was number 40, Josie Neubauer. Couldn't get that to fall from the left wing. So yeah, so you take this vacation to San Diego and Palm Springs to get out of the cold, and what do? You go see snow up in the desert.
I know. Well, I'll tell you this much, Brett. It was 38 degrees in the mountains, so it's still probably warmer than what you guys had back here.
Probably was at that point, yeah.
But let me tell you something. You always got to chuckle a little bit. I spent most of my time in San Diego, Chula Vista, one of the suburbs. The temperature dipped down to a chilly 61 degrees. They're out there with their winter coats.
Are they really?
Yeah, I was laughing.
They are soft.
Yeah, they are.
Man, I'm seeing people in shorts in the 20-degree weather out here. Look at Lauterbach. No matter, any time she gets that ball, Ricardo, on the block, triple teamed. So then have the patience at that point to try to kick it out, right, and set somebody up for an open three.
Well, it's tough to do because the minute she gets the ball, she's surrounded.
Yeah, and it's easier said than done for sure. Okay. She's working hard, trying to establish herself in the post. There's a good pass.
You got to catch that.
Yep, just a turnover.
You got to catch that.
Olivia Peterson trying to corral the pass.
Well, again, I think it goes without saying, Brett, you mentioned there were several players for West that are out because of injury. Probably hurts their rotation and their depth, especially going against a team of this caliber. But no excuses, because I think East has played very well tonight.
Actually, nice leaner or left hand. I think that's number 32.
Kennedy.
Yeah, Kellen Kennedy, a junior. I was going to say, I was very impressed with how Appleton West came out. Is that Lauterbach?
Yes, it was.
So she's got 8. Actually played pretty good defense, but it was just good patience, good ball movement, and great shooting by the Patriots. La Chapelle inside, tough, using her body well. Good job by La Chapelle. She's got 14. Schlag from the corner, couldn't get to fall, and again, knowing where her teammate is, good. Boy, Hansford, Ricardo.
How many is that for her?
She has 6 threes. That's 18 points on 6 threes. 30-point lead. Again, this was an 8-point game at the half.
Fortune working hard, getting that bucket.
Yeah, she's going to be a good addition, isn't she, to McKendree. Hansford showing that she can score inside as well.
How many points does she have, Brett, whenever you have time?
She's got 20.
Lauterbach in and out. Rebound, Appleton West. Schlag. And 3-point basket from Peterson. That's no good. 30-point lead, though, for Appleton East, Brett, 62-32. Again, it was 30-22 at the half in favor of East.
Yeah, and making some wholesale changes now. Appleton East, a bunch of different kids coming in with a 30-point lead and 5.5 to play.
Yeah, 32-10 run here by Appleton East.
Let's check out this half. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've had 5 3-pointers this half, 13 on the night. So Byer at the stripe. She's already got 1 bucket and keeping that perfect string alive. Free throw shooting tonight for the Patriots. Nine for 9, Ricardo, from the stripe. Appleton
doing
East.
It. We talk about how important that is.
Well, 9 of 9, and then 13 threes on top of that. These kids can shoot a little bit.
Lauterbach trying to grab that rebound, Brett. She's had a tough night being defended so hard. 2 or 3 girls all the time.
A good bounce pass.
Blocked, but that's a foul on Lauterbach.
So that's her 4th. And that's going to put Logan Lowry at the stripe. Hey, be sure to check out the photo gallery tonight on postcrescent.com. Saw our photojournalist, Bill Gasheen, was up here before. So he'll have that up shortly after this game is official. And then I know, Ricardo, you're going to go down there and talk to the coaches after this one?
Yep.
So check out Ricardo's recap. You gonna have a recap tonight too, or how's that gonna work?
It'll be part of the roundup. I'll put the little more the girls basketball roundup. It'll be more, a little more texture, a little more context. I should say, not texture.
When are we gonna see the G10 rankings? Are you gonna do those for boys and girls?
I usually do those after the first of the year. I do those right about when we start doing the Associated Press ones.
Yeah, yep. Still waiting on that first Associated Press poll of the season. That's number 11, Figlinski. She's got 5. And then Fab 5 stuff, that's coming up too, isn't it?
Yep, Rosie is working hard on it. Hopefully that'll be out. How far are you at, Rosie?
He's not sure. Fab 5, of course, Ricardo's Fab 5. Boys and girls basketball players, not just from Appleton this year, but the Fox Valley. So there'll be some Green Bay representation.
Yeah, players to look out for here as we get into the
Can you announce
conference season. Well, yeah, we know Lauterbach is one of the girls.
And they got to be seniors.
They got to be seniors. They're seniors. So La Chapelle not a member of the team yet.
Guessing she will in a couple of years.
Yes.
Macy McGlone, right? Hortonville.
Macy McGlone. And then we talked about some of them. Emma Nagel of Bayport.
Mm-hmm.
Kendall Renard of Preble.
And Jaden Simmons.
And Jaden Simmons of Southwest. Is a jump ball. .343 left here in the second half. 66-34 lead for Appleton East.
Ooh, good look. That was number 10, Greta Hiltgen. What's on the plans for the holidays, Ricardo? What do you got going on?
Well, I have a couple of things coming. We talked about at the half my all-area girls volleyball team.
I meant you personally.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
okay, I thought you talking about what we got coming up.
No, what do you got going on?
Mostly family stuff, We have a couple things planned for Christmas Day. Going to be in Madison for the most part. That kind of stuff. And then I am actually, as that bucket is good.
Fire.
It was Fire.
6 second-half points.
New Year's Eve, I'll be heading out to Milwaukee for a celebration from a friend. Hey, I think I saw Coach John Myron walking out in the back recesses of the Appleton West.
Really?
Yeah, I think I saw.
No, that can't be. It's a.
Are you sure?
Little Shoot Freedom game tonight.
Oh, my bad.
Schlag with a 3.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Myron. Milky.
Oh, John Milky?
Yeah, Milky. I am so sorry. I saw him walking back there.
Okay. Former Appleton East coach, boys coach, now an assistant with Kimberly. Yeah, John Myron, a former Kimberly coach, the head coach at Freedom, his 3rd year, and he's got the Irish position to battle Wrightstown for the NEC title on the boys' side. They got a game against rival Little Shoot tonight up in Freedom.
What about for you, Brett? Any kind of Christmas specials besides your annual viewing of? Oh no, that's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's Rudy.
Oh no, your annual Christmas viewing of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
My wife and I watched that together this past Sunday. We giggled even though we knew every scene.
That's your favorite Christmas movie, right? Rosie, what was yours again? Do you remember? Trading Places. Love that movie. Mine might be also Trading Places.
My wife really likes Elf, too. So
Elf is good.
I saw the end of It's a Wonderful Life. I still like a Christmas Story. White Christmas is actually kind of a classic. I kind of like that old movie. That's kind of stood the test of time. Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye. You got to be at least I have to be in the mood for that. But if I am,
It's a Wonderful Life, I also enjoy.
Yeah, that's a good one
with
too.
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed. But Yeah, no, it's going to be family. Actually, our tradition at every Christmas Eve, boy, forever now, was when I was a kid. Now we've taken it on in our family. My mom will be there, and my wife's parents too. But we fondue.
Okay.
We fondue like tenderloin tips, pot of oil, and then we have bread, and twice baked potatoes, and salad, and dessert. And it's always just kind of fun and talking around the table, and everybody's putting their skewer in and letting it cook a little bit. And
very nice.
And then we'll open presents on my side, and then the next day we'll go to my wife's side for Christmas, and then by the time it's evening, we collapse and we say it's over.
Yep.
That's like that. That's the synopsis of Christmas vacation, isn't it?
Yeah, the Bucks also play on Christmas Day.
Yeah, we'll watch that a little bit. I think they play the Sixers. So yeah, we're just looking forward to some downtime. It's been a long year, as it is for everybody, right? The work, stresses of work, and other stuff, and it's always nice to sort of just decompress a little bit and really hit the ground running. And as we said, that we're going to hit the ground running with the Wisconsin Prep Sports Awards show after the new year. There'll be some announcements coming related to that great event, but I can again tell you that'll be early May at the Lambeau Field Atrium, and we're going to get some fall nominees notified and out ASAP. Looking forward to that. Ooh, nice left hand, just couldn't get the fall. That was number 11, Claire Rettler, the sophomore, with a good take. Final minute of this game coming up. There's a good shot right there. The ball almost hit the terror. So that's what a terror is, huh, guys? It's a wolf.
You got it on the camera there, Rosie?
There he is.
Go.
That's a terror.
Kind of a restful terror right now.
One of the more unique nicknames
kind
around
of a chilling terror.
There's been some good nicknames in the Valley. The Terrors, the Papermakers.
The Ghosts.
The Galloping Ghosts, yes.
One of my favorite stuff, and when I worked in Fond du Lac Brett, was the Marshmen of Oregon.
Yes. Trying to think of some other unique ones around here that are a little different.
Well, the Cuba City Cubans.
Yeah, but here in the Valley.
Oh, in the Valley, okay. I've always kind of, well, it's not technically in the Valley, but I've always kind of liked the ships, Manitowoc ships. Part of the G10.
The Zephyrs, yeah, that's a good one.
Zephyrs, very good. I remember covering them when they were winning state titles in soccer, and like, I'd be sitting out there among the crowd, and like, what's a Zephyr? What is that?
Hey, speaking of the Zephyrs, I just saw this. They're going to redo their athletic complex. They're putting field turf in.
I saw that.
St. Mary Catholic, how about that? They're going to have a fantastic track and football facility.
$2 million plus.
Yeah, so how about that? We're talking about small schools now starting to get the field turf, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that transpires with the Zephyrs, because they said it's going to be ready for the 2020 fall season. Hey, that's the final here, though. Basketball, back to basketball, 69-37, Appleton East with the victory. As Ricardo, again, give him a follow on Twitter at PC Ricardo. Give me a follow at PC Brettsy. He's updating his Twitter account right now. And Rosie at Metal Rosie. And Jordan Jacobson, I can't remember his Twitter account, but look him up, and you can give him a follow on Twitter as well. But Ricardo, do you have any final thoughts before we wind down here?
Well, kind of what we were mentioning earlier, Brett, about Appleton West. Kind of hard to get a gauge on them because they were without several players, and that affects rotation. That affects how you play your defense, and affects stamina level, that kind of stuff, especially when you're playing an athletic team like East. Obviously, I consider them to be a team that's going to get better second half of the season when we come back from the holidays. And Jim Brown, you got to respect the coaching staff that they have there. He's going to do a good job. And for Appleton East, what else can you say? All the tools are there, Brett, for them to make a long run. Yes, they have a lot of sophomores, but these sophomores, the talent makes up possibly for their lack of experience, of which I still think that's a bit overrated. I think they do have the talent to do a lot of great things. I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a nice, healthy run up at the Red Center and try to go for that gold ball. I think they're that good. And not just that, they're going to be good for a while, Brett. They ain't going anywhere.
Well, I tell you what, they shoot like they did tonight. They're going to be a tough stop. And I'm just adding up the point totals right now. Let me see the threes again. I got them again, 13 threes
13 threes. That's
yeah,
a ton.
that big second half really did in Appleton West. I mean, it went from being 30 to 22. Within seconds, it was a 20-point lead, or minutes, I should say. It was a 20-point lead, so that's tough. And you're Appleton West, because I don't know if they're really geared to be kind of a comeback team. They're really more about getting the ball inside the Lauterbach, the 6'7" Kansas State recruit. So tough game for Appleton West. But hey, give credit to Appleton East, Brett. That's a great team and one that we expect a lot of good things from as the season goes on.
Yeah, it's fun to check out both squads and see some of the college talent, and looking forward to a whole bunch more games, but not until 2020. So, Ricardo, have a happy holiday.
You too, both you and Rosie and Jordan. All you guys have a great holiday. And
hope you get everything you want under the tree.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to go down and try to get some of the stats official from the statistician down there. Our buddy, I forgot his name, though, in the pinstripes. He's always at the Rattler games doing the –
You mean the referee there?
Yeah.
At the Bob Andrews.
Bob Andrews.
Yeah, his wife Debbie, the assistant athletic to the athletic director here. So Debbie does a good job, and actually she was helping us set up here tonight. So great
Nice.
family.
Thank you again,
Their
guys.
son,
We'll see
their
you.
son Matthew is a very good official. I saw him tonight.
Oh, okay.
Works at DeForest High School and does a lot of college games too. So great family.
We'll see you back, you guys, next year? Is that what we're doing?
Or in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Or in 2 weeks, okay.
2 weeks sounds closer than next year.
All right, sounds great,
But
guys.
it will be 2020.
We'll see you back at the office.
All right, so let me run down the scoring before we call it quits for the 2019 calendar year. How about that? First for Appleton East, Verkylen with 6, Hansford with 20. That included 6 3-point baskets. Beyer with 6, La Chapelle with 14, Clark with 11, Kennedy with 2, Wendland with 2, Neubauer with 5, Lowry with 5. Let me go back again. Kennedy with 2, Wendland with 2, Neubauer with 2, Lowry with 5, and Brianna Viato with 1. Again, that includes 13 3-point baskets. Hansford had the 6 triples. Clark had 3. La Chapelle had 2. Verkylen and Neubauer each had 1 3-point bucket. For the Terrors, Schlag with 6, Workman with 3, Figlinski with 5, Fortune with 15, and Lauterbach with 8. With the victory, the 5th-ranked Appleton East Patriots, they improved to 9-1 overall, 5-1 in the FVA. Appleton West falls to 4-3 on the season, and now 3-3 in FVA play. Up next for Appleton West, they're home against Neenah on December 28th. That's an FVA matchup. Tip-off is scheduled for 4 p.m. in that one. And Appleton East, they have a little bit of a break. They don't play again really for a couple weeks. They're home against Fond du Lac on January 3rd. That, too, is an FVA matchup. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:15 p.m. To be determined for our next Varsity Game of the Week live stream, but we are looking at 2 weeks from now, tentative Kimberly at Hortonville in an FVA girls battle. Both are state ranked. Kimberly in D1, Hortonville in D2. That should be a fun game, and again, another chance to see some of these top girls players here in the Fox Valley. So I'll announce that later on as we get past the holidays on my Twitter account at PCBretzi. So for Rosie, for Ricardo, and the crew, Jordan too, by the way, and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson signing off from Dick Emanuel Gym here at Appleton West High School, where once again the final score tonight, Appleton East 69, Appleton West 37. Happy holidays, everybody, and thanks for watching.